The door's open. I'm free. Freedom!
We've got a question for you, Cinderella and Charming. Why did your son turn out to be a total VK? We're not blaming you guys or anything. We're just curious to find out where Chad's snotty attitude comes from.
Those kids are trouble.
He may act like a villain, but deep down we know Chad just wants to dance, take selfies, and watch movies with Audrey. So we guess he's not that bad. But for your sake, Cinderella, we hope Chad doesn't marry Audrey. You already had a wicked stepmother, so the last thing you need is a wicked daughter-in-law. Chad wasn't exactly the best sidekick the Queen of Mean could have asked for. After all, he did low-key save Auradon. Here are 10 things no one realizes about Chad in Descendants 3.
Or maybe just a lackey to do your bidding. Change tires, or smoothie runs, huh?
Chad Charming might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he definitely knows that Audrey's using him, but he just doesn't care. He listened to Audrey's rants and knows that all she wants in life is to be the queen of Auradon. But to do that, she has to marry Ben. Oddly enough, Chad doesn't seem to mind. He was equally as shocked and outraged as Audrey when Ben proposed to Mal. Turns out, Chad supports Audrey and wants to see her dreams come true. Chad and Audrey haven't been together for a long time, but he knows her a lot better than Ben ever did. Chad knows exactly what to say to get on Audrey's good side. During Jane's birthday party, Chad runs out of the woods and cuts Audrey's speech in half. She looks furious until he compliments her new look. Chad then offers Audrey his loyalty and asks to be of service to her. Say what you want about Chad, but the guy did manage to escape the sleep spell in record speed. Another thing we notice is that Chad is terrified of magic. Most of the AKs grew up with the notion that magic is bad, but for some reason Chad developed a big-time fear. He was petrified of Audrey's specter and never took a liking to Mal.
Those kids are trouble.
Bye, Mal.
Bye.
Come on, Chad. Give them a chance.
He also turned on Evie the second he found out she was using her magic mirror. Chad may love technology and 3D printers, but he appears to hate magic with a passion. But his hatred doesn't end there. Just like Audrey, Chad doesn't seem to like the VKs. He was brought up thinking they were dangerous and evil, so he never really gave them a chance.
What do you think villains teach their kids, huh? Kindness? Fair play? No way, okay?
This is made crystal clear in Descendants 3, when Ben and the VKs rescue Chad from the broom closet. Chad looked terrified until he recognized Ben's face. In the end, Chad and Audrey have always wanted the VKs to stay on the Isle. But here's the difference between Chad and Audrey. Chad may not like the VKs, but he doesn't want to cause them any harm. As Audrey's sidekick, he's supposed to help her mess with her enemies. But in the scene where Audrey asks Chad to help her mess with the VKs, Chad tries to suggest other activities. Chad tries to distract Audrey with movies, online shopping, and salad, which gets him thrown into the closet. In the end, Chad tried to help the VKs, so can he really be that evil?
God forbid. But if something were to happen, who do you think would be in line to be king?
Believe it or not, but there's proof that Chad is actually a good guy. And we have Jane to thank for that. We can all agree that Jane is kind, giving, and an all-around good person. So that makes us wonder what Chad was doing at her birthday party. Audrey wasn't invited to the party, but Chad was, which means that he's good friends with Jane. And if Jane sees something good in Chad, then we do too. But while Chad may have some good qualities, he also has a bunch of bad ones. Chad is kind of annoying. There's no use in denying it. He's constantly poking fun at people, and we even see him trying to convince Jane that Carlos forgot her birthday. Luckily, some of Jane's friends started taking selfies, which got him off of Jane's back. Turns out Cinderella's son is social media crazy. He can't bear to miss out on a good selfie with friends. It's clear as day that Chad loves Audrey.
She got a flat tire in Sherwood Forest, and she wants me to go fix it.
That's 6 hours away.
Really? Only 6?
Even when she's the biggest threat to Auradon, but some might say that he's a little too desperate for her affection. Did you guys notice how Audrey was treating Chad like a dog in Descendants 3? She was literally petting his head. And the worst of all, is that Chad actually enjoying it? The smile on his face says it all. Chad may be a pushover when it comes to Audrey, but he wasn't exactly a faithful sidekick. Chad saw Jane getting into the enchanted lake during the sleep spell, but he chose to keep it to himself. If he hadn't done that, Jane would never have told Ben what was happening and helped the VK save Auradon. So in his own special way, Chad helped save Auradon from Audrey's fierce grasp. But if there's one thing we noticed about Chad in Descendants 3, it's that he has a space in his heart for forgiveness. Despite what Audrey put him through, we see him standing by her side at the end of the movie, and he welcomes the VKs to Auradon with open arms. Turns out Chad isn't that all bad. Now that you know a little bit more about Chad Charming. Do you still see him as a low-key villain, or do you see him as one of the many heroes of Descendants 3? Sound off in the comment section. Is Chad the hero of Descendants 3? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. We'll catch you next time on The Things.